Welcome back to the Butler Beat. I'm Bryn Erdy. Spring is on its way, which means Butler University is back to Chalk Sidewalks advertising activities sponsored by Greek Houses. Joining me today is sophomore sorority member Katie Bergamini. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks.
So Katie, how are you involved in the Greek community?
I'm a member of Kappa Alpha Theta, and I serve as the education officer for my house, so I help with new member orientation and maintaining scholarship.
Great. So the spring calendar is filled with events like Snooper Bowl and Spring Sports Spectacular. So what are some other events presented by both sororities and fraternities that are coming up?
There are also several philanthropy events. I know Phi Psi has their Phi Psi 500, which is a week-long event where they try to do 500 service hours. Kappa is also putting on a walk against domestic violence, and there are just several other fun activities going on outside.
So can you maybe explain what a few of the events actually are more in depth?
Sure. Spring Sports Spectacular is one of my favorite events for the whole year. And it's just a 12-hour, starting at 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., non-stop marathon of students playing sports, everything from like Oreo stacking to ultimate frisbee to soccer to like Wii tennis, anything you can think of, we're doing it. And it's all for the benefit of to help the Special Olympics.
So does the whole entire campus have an opportunity to participate or get involved somehow?
Yeah, definitely. All the Greek houses team together to have their own teams, and then we also have a team for the independent council, so there's really a way for everyone on campus to get involved.
It's online. It says, according to the fall 2010 Greek newsletter, fraternity and sorority members completed 25,000 service hours and raised over $142,000 for philanthropy. This money benefited 153 separate agencies throughout central Indiana. Of course, this includes events such as the ones you mentioned before. So clearly there's a motive behind these events, that being advertising. So can you maybe talk a little bit about the fundraising piece?
Yeah, all the sororities and fraternities definitely put their events out there to try to get as many people as they can to come. Like you said, we chalk on the sidewalks. They create Facebook events. They hashtag on Twitter. Anything you can think of to try to let people know what's going on to get other people involved.
So where does some of the money maybe benefit? You know, where does it actually go?
Each house has their own different philanthropy that they donate their money to. I know Spring Sports specifically goes to help Special Olympics, so campus-wide events will have a designated philanthropy that all the money goes for, but each house sponsors their own philanthropy as well. Great.
You mentioned, chalk is your advertisement strategy, but as far as donations and money being raised, how do you advertise where that goes?
We definitely want to let people aware of when they come to support us, how their money is actually supporting and what it's going to. So we try to advertise that when people come over. If they ask, well, what is it, like, what are you supporting? We definitely want to tell them, so they're excited and happy to be donating to a good cause.
You mentioned you want to let students or individuals who are participating, you want to let them know where the money's going. So how do you maybe update them as to where people can see money progressions? Like penny wars, for example. Like the money collects in baskets. So how do you get that? Like, how much is in one basket? How do you maybe tell the campus how much money is being raised as the week goes on?
I know that they definitely do updates like each day during the week to kind of let everyone know where people stand and get people motivated to maybe, if they're on the bottom of the list, to try to donate more to push it up to the top. So I know there's definitely updates throughout the week to let people know where they stand and get them more motivated.
Great. So how do you decide what each event is going to represent or partner with as far as fundraising?
I think it depends on how big the event is and how much of an impact you want to make. So if you're having an event where you want to have like a huge impact or raise a huge amount of money or do a huge number of service hours, it's likely that you might pair with another sorority or fraternity. But if it's something small, like you just have like an ice cream night or something, then it's usually individually done.
Great. A lot of schools have partnered, in the nation, I'm speaking general here, with programs like Habitat for Humanity. Has Butler University's Greek community partnered with anybody specifically? Any national organization?
I know each house has their own like national philanthropy. I know like Delta Gamma partners with the School for the Blind. Theta partners with CASA, which is Court-Appointed Special Advocates. So I think we all support a national foundation that raises money.
Great. So you mentioned philanthropies, or you have been mentioning philanthropies. Can you explain what exactly a philanthropy is?
I think it's just a like values-based organization that is nonprofit that raises money to promote or help out people who might not be able to have that money or those resources themselves.
So can philanthropies benefit, you mentioned some national philanthropies, can they also benefit locally?
Yeah, definitely. I know one philanthropy that our house supports is the Theta Foundation, which supports current Thetas in college to help provide scholarships so they continue to attend school. So that's something that definitely provides locally. There are several girls in our chapter who have applied for scholarships through that. So we definitely give back nationally, but also try to help each other out too.
You know, tying back to, or getting back to, you know, the events here on campus, like Spring Sports Spectacular, what are the turnouts like at these events? Is it dominated by Greeks, or, you know, you said independents can attend as well?
It's definitely a large majority of Greeks, just because that is a large part of our campus, but there's also a lot of independents there. I remember last year for every sport that I participated in, there was an independent team as well, which was great because we love to have them involved too and know that there shouldn't be a barrier on campus between Greeks and independents. So that was great, and there's usually a pretty good representation of independents at Greek events.
So why should someone be so passionate and feel the want to go to these events as Greeks?
I think definitely just helping each other out. We have like a very strong community sense on this campus, and so no matter what house you're in, you know people in every single house on campus. So it's great to go and give back to help other houses, and then in return they'll come and help yours.
So what about as someone who is not Greek?
I think definitely still you know people in Greek houses, and you have good friends and several different organizations, so it's great to help each other out and have a good balance of everyone on campus.
Finishing up here, why should someone who isn't Greek or has not been Greek care about these events that are sponsored by Greek houses here on Butler University's campus?
I think it's just a great way to support the campus as a whole, because whether you're Greek or not, you're probably in some organization that is trying to raise money or support some sort of philanthropy or organization helping other people. So I think anytime that you can help your friends support what they're trying to, and they will in return help you, it's a great cause.
Well, thanks for being with us today, Katie.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us on the Butler Beat. I'm Bryn Erdy.